Okay, why the name koala bear? First of all, they aren't bears at all. Their proper name is simply koala. The word koala is said to be from the Darug people, whose traditional land spanned from the area from Parramatta to the Blue Mountains of New South Wales. Koalas are a type of mammal called marsupials, which give birth to underdeveloped young. They are so different from any other marsupial, however, that they have been classified into their own family, called Phascolarctidae. They share a number of characteristics with wombats, who are their closest living relatives, including a backward-facing pouch. The overwhelming majority of koalas' diet is made up of eucalyptus leaves from which they obtain very little energy. As a result of this, koalas sleep around 20 hours a day and spend most of their waking time eating and generally do as little as possible to expend energy. Koalas grow to a little under 3-foot body length, and fully grown males weigh in at about 20 pounds. They have opposable thumbs and rough pads and claws to help them climb trees, grab branches, and strip leaves. Male koalas fall into two categories, transient and resident, with resident males becoming territorial and dominant. They communicate by bellowing at a rather low frequency that carries well through trees and forests. These bellows serve the dual purpose of attracting the ladies and intimidating other males. Female koalas respond more readily to the bellows of the largest males. Most conflict among koalas is simply caused by them climbing over one another or passing within close proximity. Occasionally, this will lead to biting. In extreme cases, males will wrestle with each other, with the larger male holding the smaller one by the shoulders and biting him repeatedly. This behavior is rather rare, though, because koalas tend to avoid energy-wasting aggressive behavior. Koala fight. Dude, chill. No, you chill. Let's take a nap. Okay. Koalas live over a range of open forest and woodland communities, but ultimately their habitat is defined by the presence of a select group of food trees, mainly eucalyptus. Koalas are found in higher densities where food trees are growing on more fertile soils and along watercourses. They do, however, remain in areas where their habitat has been partially cleared and in urban areas. The distribution of koalas covers much of Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, and a small area in South Australia. Over the past 200 years, their distribution does not appear to have reduced. However, individual koala populations have declined. Local extinctions have occurred due to clearing and fragmentation of eucalypt woodlands and forests for agriculture and human settlement. Fossil records indicate that many years ago, the koala inhabited parts of Western Australia and the Northern Territory. There are no fossil records of koalas ever living in Tasmania. In Queensland, the greatest concentration of koalas is in southeast Queensland, where they now compete for space with a rapidly growing human population. Koalas are well known for their large round head, big furry ears, and big black nose. Their fur is usually gray-brown in color, with white fur on the chest, inner arms, ears, and bottom. They have no fur on their nose or the palms of their paws. Koalas have particularly hard butts, which is similar to their closest relative, the wombat. For the koala, this feature enables them to wedge comfortably in tree forks for long periods of time, whereas the wombat uses its hard bottom as a defense mechanism. Koalas have poor vision and rely heavily on their other senses. They have excellent hearing, which helps them detect predators and other koalas. They have an acute sense of smell, which also helps them detect other koalas and their favorite food trees. The male uses a scent gland on his chest to mark trees and attract females by rubbing his chest up and down the trunk. The gland oozes a clear, oily, strong, musky-smelling liquid. Sometimes my body uses musky-smelling liquids, but that's a private matter. Koalas have strong arms, powerful legs, and sharp claws suitable for climbing trees. Koalas are arboreal mammals. However, they do climb down to the ground to move between trees. When koalas are on the ground, they walk slowly as they are poorly adapted to walking on the ground. However, when disturbed, koalas can break into a bounding gallop, moving at speeds of up to nearly 19 miles per hour. They have two opposable thumbs on their forepaws, allowing them a better grip that is essential for climbing smooth-barked gum trees. When climbing, koalas leave behind characteristic scratches in the bark, which remain visible until the bark is shed each year, allowing you to gauge how frequently koalas use that particular tree. Stringy bark trees that have been regularly climbed by koalas will also have the outer layer of weathered bark scratched away, exposing a fresh layer beneath. Koalas are among the most easily recognized of all Australian animals. However, they often go unnoticed as they rest wedged in a tree fork high in a gum tree. From the ground, a koala may appear to be little more than a bump on the tree itself. The fur on a koala's bottom has a speckled appearance, which makes koalas difficult to spot from the ground. The easiest way to discover a koala resting in a tree involves looking down, not up. While a koala sitting in the crown of a tree can be difficult to see, its droppings on the ground are quite obvious. These are small, green-brown, fibrous pellets about 3/4 of an inch long and as thick as a pencil. The fresher the pellets, and the more abundant, the more likely koalas are somewhere overhead. Another sign that koalas are around is the distinctive call given by males during the breeding season over the summer months. The call is produced as the male snores as he inhales and then gives a loud, deep roar as he breathes out. On a still night, the call can be heard a little more than half-mile away. Females may also produce a low-pitched bellow similar to a male to indicate that they are ready to mate. They will also squawk and wail during mating. I sometimes squawk and wail during mating. Don't judge me. We here at Snooze hope that you've enjoyed this observation of the unique creature that is the koala. Do you know anything about koalas that we missed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and be sure to slam that like button and hit subscribe to see everything that Snooze has to offer. Until next time, Snoozers.